member of Women United of Westchester in New York. Thank you for joining me today, Christina.
Thank you for having me.
We have some virgin mimosas with us. The recipe will be in the description.
Yes.
Tell me what you think. They're nice and cold. As you can see, we have the ingredients on top of our table here.
That's
we
really good.
Diet Sprite, diet lemonade, only 1 carbs, and then the orange juice has some carbs there.
But it's really delicious.
So what we're going to be talking about today is working moms. I was looking at the videos on YouTube about working moms, and there's so many videos about 5 tips for working moms, how to de-stress working moms, how to help with their stress. And they're all basically about organization. And I've seen videos of moms waking up in the morning, setting up their lunch boxes for their kids, opening big, huge refrigerators, and you can see what's in it. It's all organic food. It's all packed, different levels, full of food. And that was not my problem when I had that was not one of my main concerns, was getting organized when I had my daughter and I was young. I had her when she was 19. My issue, my concern, and one of my stressors was not organization. It was basically, I will open the refrigerator and I will look in there, and there was that big chunk of yellow cheese that I would make a line in the corner to get the government cheese because I didn't have money. And that cheese, I would cut small little pieces, put it in a slice of bread, and that would be my daughter's lunch. And for me, with café, Bustelo, because it was easy to buy a can of coffee, just hot water, and that was our breakfast and our lunch. So one of the stressors for me was, where am I going to get the money, medical bills? As my kids grew up, also another stressor was mental health. Where am I going to get the help, especially when your children are diagnosed with a mental illness? But it was not organization. And there's so many YouTube videos out there is how to organize your life. If you're a mom or a working mom. And from all the videos, I didn't find one that actually gave me any tips in reference to how to release stress that didn't deal with organization.
Right.
I
think one of the biggest stresses also for moms is childcare when they have to go to work. Who do I leave my kid with? How do I pay for childcare? I mean, because childcare is very expensive nowadays. Back in the days, I was lucky to have my mom, or, I had one of my close friends, things like that. But nowadays, it's like, the grandmas are younger and younger, so it's like, we don't want to be, I'm a grandma, and I'm like, I love babysitting her.
Sexy grandma.
I love babysitting her, but I'm just thinking about, other grandmas who are like also still working and things like that, because we're so much younger, so much vibrant nowadays. We're out and about. We're not like our parents where, we're home with a bata and we're not doing anything, but we can take care of the kids. So I think that childcare is a big stressor for a lot of people. And just having to juggle so many different things. If you are working and your child is in school, but then you want them to have extracurricular activities, now you got to get them from school to the activities, from the activities back home, and you're at work. To me, that's a big stressor. And now with the pandemic, a lot of people have lost their jobs, right? So now that becomes an issue. How do I feed my child? What do I sacrifice? Because I still want my child to be able to have their activities and keep them busy, because the pandemic has hit children also in ways that people aren't really talking about, because the child feels the stress of the parent and they get stressed, and then they start acting out, which then causes the parent to have more stress on top of that, because now the child is acting out. And here's where the mental health comes into play. So many issues that are going on in the world today. These kids they're feeling it, they're seeing it, they're hearing it, and they don't know how to deal with it. And that makes them act out, which then puts more stress on the parent.
I agree. I didn't find any YouTube videos out there that were really focusing so much on how to help the moms release all the stress. It's falling. I'm gonna pull mine out. One of the bloopers in this video.
Yes, it's a blooper. It happens.
I did find the best video that I found on YouTube. There was no BS. Was a documentary, and it's called "The Sacrifices of Moms in the Modern World." And the link for this video documentary is going to be in the description. This is a no BS documentary. This is it's straight to the point. It talks about single moms, moms that had young children at a young age, CEOs that worked in the White House that had to leave their jobs because their child was at home having a mental crisis, and they had to make a decision, which is I think happened to you too, right? That's one thing about moms, especially moms that have children with mental illness. They have to sometimes make a decision between work and spending time with their kids and so on. And you were also telling me about that, right?
Yeah. So I was working as a clinician, and I was doing child welfare. So I was helping all these families, try to get their lives together. Meanwhile, my family at home was kind of going through their issues because I was never home. So my son said to me one day, he's like, "Mom, you're never home." I was working full time. I was also going to school full time. So I had to make a decision. Something had to take the back burner. Now my job was paying my bills, and my son, it will never be on the back burner. So I had to leave school. I was in the middle of my master's program, and I had to leave school so that I can dedicate some time to him because he started acting out, and I couldn't blame him because he needed mom's attention. So I had to make that sacrifice and say, okay, well, one of these have to go. Which one is it going to be? And sacrificing school then put stress on my position at work because the position that I was given was contingent on me finishing the master's program. So then that added some stress at work, which then caused me to try to find another position, which then caused me to end up being terminated for looking for another position.
Yeah.
So, it's hard to balance and to try to juggle so many things. And, as a mom, your first instinct is what my kid needs, but that's a double-edged sword, right? Because my kid needs to eat, my kid needs food, my kid needs housing, my kid needs medical assistance. So I need the money to pay for that. But then my kid also needs attention and, going to their school plays and going to parent-teacher nights and going to their after-school activities, their baseball games, whatever they're into. You have to. So it's like, do I go to work and make the money to pay for these things, or do I constantly call out of work, or, what do I do? For me, that's one of the huge stressors that most moms have. And it doesn't matter if you're a single mom or if you're a married mom. When you're married and the husband takes on a lot of the responsibility to help you out, it's a little bit easier. But then you also have dads who are working long hours also, and, in this modern world, we're trying to create a lifestyle so that our children don't have to go through what we went through. Because I remember the cheese line. I still have a box in my fridge.
I bought a big chunk. I'm buying it now, not lining up in the corner to get it from the government. With cheese so we could have some later because that was the most delicious thing. I mean, in
Did
the
you ever
morning,
heat it up?
Yeah, we would heat it up
A little
too.
bit of honey, heat it up. It was so good.
One of my regrets as a mom, we can talk about that quickly here, is that Not enough time. I was told, hey, become a teacher. It's the best job if you're going to be. You're going to be a mother. You'll be home by 3:30. There has not been one day that I've been home at 3:30, and I don't know any teacher that's home by 3:30
No.
before their kids or when their kids get there. We spend hours after work working, calling parents, and one of my regrets is that as a mom, that my daughter was diagnosed bipolar, and before she was diagnosed, she was getting, episodes of, manic episodes and so on at school, and I didn't know what was going on. And I was at work dealing with my students there who had their own mental issues, and I would get phone calls from her saying, Mom, I'm freaking out. I'm in the bathroom. I can't stop crying, and so on, and I couldn't leave work. Sometimes I would go and tell my principal, yeah, I gotta go, my daughter's in a crisis right now, I have to go. But I couldn't do that all the time, because they will write you up, or, you'll get reprimanded, even though we have 12 days a year for sick leave, not for an emergency if your daughter is having a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
So my regret is that I was not prepared as a mom. There was no book that said, hey, no matter how much education I have, how many masters I have, that said, hey, you're going to be, be dealing with these situations in reference to mental health. And it's gonna take a lot of time from you. And you have to make a decision between work and being there and supporting your child with mental health illness, which will continue for the rest of her life. Because now she's an adult and I'm still there, trying my best to be as supportive as I can, to be there for her. But sometimes, I'm gonna be honest with you, sometimes I need to block everything, shut off the phone, block everyone, block her just for a minute so I could just rejuvenate. Oh my God, my English is horrible today. And just get energized and start all over again.
Yeah.
At the end of this video, you're going to see in the description some websites that might be helpful. Well, these are the best websites that I found out there, and I'm looking in that direction because I'm reading them because I don't want to forget them. It's workingmom.com. This website offers coupons. It offers a lot of resources for moms that need help. It also offers, instead of an organizational list for moms, it offers to-do lists for your children, like little reminders. Hug a family member, hug mom today. I love it. There's also another website, and it's singlemothersgrant.org. All this is going to be in the description. And this website offers grants for single moms, for rent, for medical bills, for child care in all 50 states. Mississippi, New York, Hawaii. All right, if you are in need of rent and you know that in December you will not be able to pay your rent, please go to this website. It will definitely help you out. They'll give you all the instructions on how to fill out the grant. There's another website, what is it? Lawguideline.org. This website will help you get cash loans for if you need it for an emergency, a dental emergency, a medical emergency. And you do not have to have any credit scores. You don't have to have any income. It's actually for people that don't have any income and all of a sudden there's an emergency. I don't know if they can hear my back train in the back. That's the Metro North. But check out these websites in the description. Also, the documentary that I was talking about in reference to moms, CEO moms, single moms, and what they've gone through and how they dealt with it. Please check it out. It has a lot of information there and a lot of good tips, not just how to organize your life.
Yeah.
Christina is also a fitness instructor, and I think health and fitness has a lot to do in reference to releasing some stress.
Definitely.
So check out her website, or her information will be in the description. And we love you all. There's a little button somewhere in the left that says just subscribe. There's a little button. Yeah, I gotta get a bigger button. Click on it. We love you. Please leave your comments. If negative, you say we're boring. Leave your comments, whether they're bad or good. Let us know what you think. All right, we love you. Bye.
Cheers.